This is my second video. Okay. Have you ever found yourself saying yes when inside you wanted to say no? I don't know if that happened to you. Let's say in a dating apps, or when you meet someone for the first time, or in any situation. That even includes to your partner, your friends, even your own family, believe it or not. So there is many times, like for example, you want to say no, but you ended up saying yes, and then you feel guilty. You feel there is like a horrible feeling inside you, like you just feel guilty. You say, I stand up for myself, but I feel bad. That's how you say it. And then you starting to criticize, judge yourself and all this stuff. So then you take the courage to stand up for yourself. And then you do the right thing, which is standing for yourself. Now you stand up for yourself, but you feel guilty again. Why? Because you have this your rational mind telling you why you say no. You say yes to everyone, and then you just feel like guilt again. So I don't know if that happened to you. It's like you just find yourself lost, but also without no direction. In that can sometimes suck, because you say, I do this and I feel this way, I do that and I feel that way. So this is for people who struggle to putting boundaries, to saying no when it's a no and yes when it's a yes. That includes me, but I think mine was more habitual than, because I have been working on myself like 4 years. What I want to tell you is there is two kinds of brain. Well, there are not two brains. Let's call mine. So your intuition or your gut feeling, that is part of your being. But the rational brain is more about the logical mind, who always analyze, criticize. The thing is, the logical mind is always filled with the past, with these old things we have learned, the painful experience we had, or all things we have lived. So it's like a database of all the past. But the intuition comes from our spirit, from our inner being, where this allows us connects to ourselves, to our true being. So I will say, your intuition, it never hurts you, and is always often the first thought, the first feeling, or the first insight that comes to you naturally. Like for example, when let's say the party, when you go to with your friends to a party, maybe somebody invite you, I don't know, and then you have this gut feeling, like you just don't want to go, right? And then you started to justify with your logical mind, like sometimes I call it like the enemy, because sometimes that logical mind or tend to complicate things. That is what I usually experience in my daily life too. For example, I want to do something, and sometimes I don't do it, even if I know I have to do it. But that who is the one who delay that is the logical mind. The logical mind is always telling you, no, this, that, and another thing. And sometimes I am aware of my thoughts, and I want you to be aware of your own thoughts as well, because when we think meditation is just closing our eyes and trying to meditate and be peaceful and blah blah blah, but the thing is, meditation also is when we are constantly listening these thoughts, talking with this, and we are being part of these unnecessary conversations with these thoughts that not only lie us but also make us believe whatever the thoughts are telling us is real. But the thing is, all the information that they bring often came from the past. It never are real. They are not real. They always bring you something like, for example, there is a part in the Course of Miracle when it says, I'm going to explain with a sweater. Okay, you see this sweater is black, right? So let's say I went to my date with this sweater, all right, and I meet this amazing guy and we have this amazing evening. I like him, he liked me, blah blah blah. Everything was beautiful, the table was amazing, everything was amazing, all right? So then after few weeks or few months or few years, we broke up, right? So now I see this sweater in my closet, right? I see this sweater in my closet. What I see, do you see the sweater or do you see the guy, the date of the night? What do you see? Most people will say the guy. You don't see the sweater, right? You don't see the sweater. So when you don't see the sweater, it's a sweater, it's a material. Well, even sweater is the past. So, but you see the guy. You see the guy you went to the date, the night, you were sitting in this table, blah blah blah. So you see that. You don't see the sweater for itself. So it's the same in our thoughts. And then you're starting to suffer, to cry, because you say, how could this happen to us? We were an amazing couple, we were beautiful, why did it broke up? So you have this emotional burden inside you that bothers you, that makes you feel bad, and ruins your present. It's like you sacrificing your present moment just because you just remember a such event for specifically for a determined time in a period of the time. So that is what I want you understand this thing when it has to see with a thought. The thought is just a thought, nothing else. The thought is just a thought, nothing else. The thought doesn't have any meanings. The thought doesn't have any associations. If you see a thought just as a thought, it's just a thought. It can hurt you. It can do nothing bad to you. It's just a thought, right? So the thought is just a thought. But what happens when you see the thought? Oh, I don't look good, or let's say, oh, he told me the way, or what happened when a thought carry information from the past, information, whatever it is, even if that is not true, from where the meaning a thought is carrying, that emotional burden, usually you are not seeing the thought, you're just seeing your past. We always living in the past. This is like a very common to say, is we tend to sacrifice a lot the present. We are so addicted to this, to living in the past. I was just talking the other day with a guy of we were talking about our situations and stuff like that with an old friend. So I know we have very maybe no so nice childhoods, although right now I don't see that way anymore. I give them a new label, a new meaning, all of stuff. But I see it, he's obsessed with his past. He always bring up all his past. No, he just can't let it go, his past. He always remember the people who hurt him. And I'm not judging him, because some people heal maybe faster, or maybe some people have been living more years than others, I don't know. But the thing is, I can judge that because I haven't lived what he has lived, and neither he didn't live what I have lived. So we just can judge because he doesn't know my history, I don't know his history, just like everybody else. Everybody have their own history. So I just saw him, and I just remember, like, each time when he talked about his past, he revives the past on the moment where the situation happened, and he is feeling like angry, anxious, stubborn. And I was just telling, like, each time when we meet, you always bring up your past. You always, I try to help you, but you just don't want to forget your past, or you don't want to, much less forgive. So obviously I can't force no one to tell them what to do against their will. I always respect people's free will. If God respect, why not me? So I just told them, the situations has already happened. It's already in the past. I mean, I was reading the Course of the Miracles, where, to me, really changed usually my life anyway. But where it says, we are so obsessed to living in the pain. We feel attracted to the pain. We feel attracted to suffer. We don't like to be in peace, because if we would like to be in peace, we could just choose in our mind just like that. But the thing is, yes, it's in theory, but in practical it's a little bit difficult. So let's say when you were a child and you have this trauma, something happened to you. Let's say you were 7 years old, you were just a child, someone did something wrong to you, and that person who also were suffering inside, because just people, I sometimes say, like, the people who are more packed up are the one who hurt more. So that moment has already gone. Now you are adult, but you are still being the child again. So I don't know if you have heard about this, the life law, cause and effect. The cause is a thought, and the feeling is an effect, because you believe in, you receiving. So when you were a child, you received this thought or this mistreatment of these people, right? And your child, you don't have too much information, so you try to understand wherever you can. So your thoughts becomes the cause, and the way how you suffer becomes the effects. So there is a cause and effect. Thoughts are the cause, and effects are your feelings. But you are already now 24 or 28, and you're still living in the situation. You're still talking about, let's say, your mother or your father who hurt you, like that happened just yesterday. But the thing is, you get this obsessed with this identity of this little child for this period of time, that for you, that for you, that is your identity. You identify yourself as the past. But if something help me to heal as a person is to free myself from the past, to say to myself, I am not the past, I am not what these people did to me in this period of time, because that is how we identify ourselves, especially when we're a child. If someone treat us nice to us, we are nice to others. If someone hurt us when we were kids, we tend to hurt others. So it's something like we repeat our actions. I always tend to say, people treat people the way they were treated when they were a child. And why? Because I'm an example of that. Well, not now, 4 years ago. Maybe kind of 6 or 4, anyway. So what I want to tell you is, each time when you remember your past, you are reviving that memory. It's like you're living again, because for your brain, there is no difference between the past or the present. So each time when you remember, your brain takes like that is happening in the present moment. That's why you cry. And the more you repeat, the memory, the event, the trauma, the more you suffer, because your brain thinks that is happening right now, even if that is not happening right now. So I just want to tell you, you are not the past. You are not what happened to you. If you realize those thoughts that occasionate the suffering, the way you perceived of the event, those thoughts are already gone. Maybe the people also already died. Let's say whoever was. Right now you are grown, but you're just living in the time. It's like an illusion living there, and it's not easy. But if something I can tell you is, the past is not going to bring you nowhere. It's not going to add value to your life. The past is not going to bring you nothing, as long as you are going to think of yourself, reflect, and say, do I want to continue living this way with my life? Do I want to continue living my life for the rest of my life this way? If the answer is yes, well, I won't say nothing. But if the answer is not, so then you have the power to change, and you have the power to change your present moments. Sometimes we underestimate the power that we have. Our more powerful thing we have is always of a choice. We have the power of choice. When you, in your mind, you always have two options. It's always love or fear. Trust on me or keep living scared. Love myself or keep beating me myself. Love myself, forgive myself, be more compassionate with myself, or keep beating me, or keep identifying myself as I wasn't when I was a child. When I was a child, somebody beat me, or somebody did this to me. Right now, I keep doing that to me. Why? Because I take the responsibility why that happened to me. For example, that's usually when I used to do that, even myself. When a child, let's say, that actually is a big one for people who struggle with perfectionists. They used to, I used to live with my uncle, and let's say, you do everything for be the best. You want to be the number one student, the number one, the more smarter, the more, you do everything to call the attention of your parents, your dad, your mom, your caregivers, whoever, your adoptive mother, whoever was there. You do everything for their attention, because when we were a child, the attention of our parents for us is everything. So sometimes even kids get sick just so their parents can give them a little bit of attention. And but no matter what you do, it's never enough for them. It's like, oh, Dad, look my grade, I get an A. Oh, I get an A. And they just look at it, okay. So you just feel like a hurt. Or you get oh, nice. But yes, for back home is our grade. The highest grade is 20. So let's say if I will get 16, no, or 17. Oh, you just get 17. I thought it was the 20. And they just look like that, and you just feel like no enough, man. You feel like shit. You feel hurt. You feel bad, and so right now you are this big person, and you do everything, but you always never find that it's never enough for you, because when you were a child it was never enough for your dad or for your mom. So you feel like in this how do you say, you feel like in this cycle of you do everything to avoid a situation that happen, because you still are a child that are fearing that your dad will say, no, this is not enough, so by means you are not enough, right? So it's unconsciously you try to avoid to do get your job done, or to publish your book or whatever it is, because you still are the child again. The child still, and you find hard to move forward. So I just want to say, you are not the past. That is not your identity. If you realize that identity has a narrative, the narrative is the past, from these events, whatever, with this trauma. But look at it. These people, this person is not you. It's not you. You are, you're not even a body, because you're not even, I know we live as a human, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, you're not even, your true identity is not that. You are God's child or universe, whatever you believe. I like to see myself as a God's child, and I like to see myself like everyone. We are just one child. It's like the cells of a body. Every cell is part of a body. So all of us, I believe like we're dreaming, having this human experience, like somebody said, which is true. For me, I think it's just all a dream. It's all an illusion. We're living in this world full of illusions. Everything is full of perceptions, ideologies. For one person, this is beautiful. For the other, is ugly. Everything is subjective. People are so different. If someone say this is beautiful, everybody will say okay. If somebody likes that, the more people like something, the more people will tend to like that. So you realize it's all misconceptions. For example, like you, right? Like you sacrificing your present moment, giving away your power. If there is the most hurtful, painful stuff that one person can do is the separation. This, when you have lost the connection with yourself. I am one of those persons for almost all my life, until 4 years ago. I know how it feels that, but the thing is, you can recover the trust with yourself. You can recover the love with yourself, the recognition with yourself. You can look at yourself, take your own hands and tell yourself, forgive me please. Because if someone in this world needs a huge forgiveness, it's you. You are the person who needs the forgiveness. Because if in this world somebody who were more hurt by you is you. Because there is maybe that event happened in your past. Okay, yes, I know that. I know it hurts. I know. I'm going to talk more about this often, by the way. So stay tuned. So, but the thing is, the situation already happened in the people who continue with the mistreatment were you. This is not for tell you like this is not to put more guilt in you, okay? Because sometimes I hear these videos where people say, oh, you did this to you, look at this, you are the one. It's okay. I think you did the best you could, like Luis Hay say. I think sometimes you didn't know, like me. You just didn't know. You just did the best you could. Yes, you mistreat yourself. That is not right. But I mean, don't look that to punish yourself more. But just look away where you can say to yourself, do I want to continue to live in this way? Do I want to have this strong identity that I am my past, I am this person, that's why I am very aggressive, I am mean. If someone comes to my, like I always heard this in the videos where people say, I treat you what you give me. If I can be cool with you, but if you fuck up with me, oh, you are done, you are this, you are that, so don't mess around with me. So I see this more defensiveness, people try to defend themselves, trying to be protective, like don't mess around with me, so, but in the reality is you attract those people because you attract who you are. Likes with likes attracting self, or opposites also attracting selves. Each time when I attract someone who maybe I feel annoyed, I always say it, if I attract in this person or these people, it's because it's in me. Even if I want to attract, I wouldn't say better, because people are in different journey. So even if somebody, like you say, we're treating you bad, we're treating you not nice, not kind, you don't know, because inside, if somebody knows this, the people who are the more mean and kind are the people who are more fact, are more in pain, they're scared. But we don't see that, because even me, when I was like 18, I used to be that way. But the thing is, people used to judge me, and I know that, but my lowest point of my life was become the best life, the moment of my life, because I decided to change. But what I realized is, deep down, I was just being the child who got traumatized, and I was crying inside me, I was scared, I was in pain. So people who come to you, and maybe they are not nice, because sometimes people are not nice, but the thing is, there is always something inside them. If somebody is happy people usually never hurt. If they're happy by inside, usually they never hurt. But when somebody is in pain, they usually do. And sometimes we just judge them like a bad, whatever. But the only thing I can tell you is, people are in different journey. Sometimes you heal, maybe sometimes me, I still healing. People heal faster than another. It's it's just in different journey. There is no better or bad. I think everybody was just one son, God's son. We all are the same. Okay, so I just want to tell you, like, you are not the past. You don't have to continue sacrificing your present moment in giving away your power, because you're just living in the head and you're forgetting what is going around. You have the power to change. You have the power to forgive. With this, I'm not telling you have to forgive if you want to move on. No, because I learned with my mistakes, with many things, because I was all in this journey of feeling, because I really wanted to share this with the world. I realized if you tell to someone, you have to forgive if you want to move on. You have to forgive. They have to is already like a feeling like a little bit bitter, like a very, I don't know, coming like a with aggression or something. I don't know. I don't like it. I think just self-love heals. In self-love, love is patience. Love waits until you are ready to forgive. You never, ever, ever have to force yourself to forgive someone when you are not ready to forgive. Hopefully that doesn't take so long. Just kidding. But if you're going to say, okay, I will forgive you because I want to move on with my life, but just because you want to move with your life and because somebody's telling you have to forgive if you want to. The thing is, yes, you are going to forgive the person, but just by words, but no intentionally. And the past and the hate, the stuff will come back to you. How you know when you have forgive someone? When you remember the past and you don't feel any grudge, any resentment, no longer to the person. And you don't have to even talk to the person, I forgive you, or call them, you know what, I forgive now. Forgiving is just releasing the heaviness from your mind. Letting go of the past is just detaching yourself from the past, because you have found a new purpose, a new reason to live life. You are this amazing being, this amazing spirit, because that's who we are. We never ever die. We are a spirit. So when you detach yourself, you disassociate with this history of what you have lived on the past, and you choose yourself to see yourself, to take your hands and tell yourself, I am choosing to look at you. I am choosing you. I am choosing to love you. I don't know how to love you, but I'm going to learn how to love you. I never told you I love you, but I'm gonna start to looking at your eyes, or being more honest with you, trying to be more kind with you, right? Like, for example, like 1 year ago, I remember I was learning how to communicate myself better, because I realized sometimes whatever I say, it can hurt another person, and I was being very careful what to say. If whatever I was saying was kind, it can hurt another person, but stuff like that. So I was being more aware of the people, and then I realized, hey, I am very aware of other people, but what about me? And I kind to, and I being very careful with them, and I being very careful with myself too, or it's just with them, right? So I realized self-love starts with you, but all your environment, all people around you, they reflect a mirror that is inside you. You see what you want to see, and you find what you want to find. If you think somebody's being mean to you, maybe they will be mean to you because that's what you're wishing inside, and that's what you will attract and what you will get it. But if you're thinking, it's not that what happened to you. Like, for example, when you're happy, when you're so happy, always beautiful things just happen to you. Why? Because you are inside unconsciously, you are just looking for love because you are vibrating in love. Hold on. And love attracts love. The real love, if you want amazing things happen to you, it can just live in peace. It never lives in this in a stressful mind. So, for example, if you want to find a solution, even like to find your key, whatever, best things happen always in a relaxed mind. It always does. Never happen in a catastrophical mind. So each time when if you go to walk, do whatever relaxing activity, you're going to realize how amazing you're going to feel later. So if you're trying to find something, any answer, you can always find it in a relaxing mind, because sometimes I feel like in a relaxing mind is where you are connected more to God, is where you are connected more to yourself, the spirit that always talk to you. It's so weird. Sometimes I have a lot of answers to many things, and without even looking for an answer on Google or whatever. Sometimes I don't know, and I just find answers on my mind. But that usually always come in a relaxed mind, but never in a stressful mind. Anyway, I want to finish this video. I don't want this be so long. I think it's already so long. I just want to tell you, you can change. Let's start by just having maybe the thought that you can move on. That yes, you are not your past. Yes, you want to change. That yes, because time will pass anyway. So fine, do you want to continue living this way, the way you are living? That's what you want to do. Just think about it. Would you feel proud of yourself in 50 years ahead? I don't know. The thing is, time passed, but the thing is, bless hardships, because one day you're gonna realize what are the best things that happen to you if you realize from the love angle, not from the ego angle. Yes, you can change, you can heal, you can change your present, have more peace, because for me, the richest and wealthiest people are the people who live in peace. And if you can master that, oof. Anyway, I am your friend, Angelica Rockford. I am going to help you if that is what you want to do, because I can't do anything against your will. I'm gonna to help you how to heal your past, how to heal yourself, how to not regain, just eliminate all these obstacles, barriers that you have built around yourself, within yourself, that is not letting your love, your shine, your confidence, your spirit shine. We have to eliminate all these barriers, because your love and abundance, everything is already there. You don't have to ask even for nothing, because when you are asking God, whatever, from a land of neediness, like you don't have it, but and you just get what you ask for, which is like, oh, give me, because I don't have this, and what you get, you don't get nothing, because but the thing is, we need to focus in eliminating the barriers, and then the love for itself. We can, because we have everything. Anyway, this is from another topic. So you can change your life, you can heal, and you can let go of the past. The past is just a memory, it's just a thought that lives here. Bye, I love you.